The Democratic Republic of Congo is grappling with a resurgence of conflict, particularly in the volatile eastern region. The M23 rebel group has gained ground, displacing thousands and creating a humanitarian emergency. In response, the East African Community and the Southern African Development Community convened an emergency summit in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, on February 8, 2025. This summit aimed to address the conflict and forge a path toward peace. Key regional leaders attended, underscoring the gravity of the situation. The conflict in the DRC has regional implications, threatening to destabilize an already fragile region. The summit focused on finding immediate solutions to alleviate the suffering of the Congolese people and address the root causes of the conflict. Decades of instability have fueled a cycle of violence that has claimed countless lives. The international community has long grappled with finding effective solutions to bring lasting peace to the DRC. The summit marked a crucial step towards peace, but the true test lies in the implementation of its directives. Only through sustained effort and a commitment to dialogue can a lasting peace be achieved in the DRC. The summit produced several key directives aimed at addressing the immediate crisis in the DRC. Chief among these was the call for an immediate and unconditional ceasefire between all parties involved in the conflict. Recognizing the dire humanitarian situation, the summit emphasized the urgent need for humanitarian aid to reach those affected by the conflict. The summit called for the opening of humanitarian corridors to deliver aid and evacuate the dead and injured. The summit also addressed the critical issue of restoring supply lines, including the road between Goma and Bukavu and the Goma International Airport. These routes are essential for the flow of goods and people in and out of the conflict zone. The summit's emphasis on a ceasefire and humanitarian aid reflects a deep concern for the plight of the Congolese people. The international community must now work collaboratively to ensure that these directives are implemented effectively. The success of these efforts will be crucial in paving the way for a more sustainable peace in the DRC. The conflict in the DRC is characterized by a complex web of actors and interests. Regional dynamics play a significant role, with neighboring countries often accused of fueling the conflict for their own strategic or economic gain. The summit acknowledged the need to address the role of external actors in the conflict. It called for the withdrawal of all uninvited foreign forces from the DRC, a move aimed at reducing tensions and creating a more conducive environment for peace. The international community, particularly the United Nations, has a critical role to play in supporting the peace process in the DRC. The summit's recognition of the need for regional cooperation and the withdrawal of foreign forces is an important step. Addressing the complex web of interests and historical grievances that underpin the conflict will require a sustained and multifaceted approach. The Dar es Salaam summit represents a significant step towards peace in the DRC. The ceasefire agreement, if implemented effectively, has the potential to create much-needed breathing room for dialogue and reconciliation. The focus on humanitarian aid is also crucial for addressing the immediate needs of those affected by the conflict. However, the road to lasting peace in the DRC is long and arduous. Achieving a sustainable peace will require a comprehensive approach that goes beyond addressing the immediate symptoms of the conflict. This includes strengthening governance institutions, promoting economic development, and addressing historical grievances. The international community has a moral obligation to support the Congolese people in their pursuit of peace. Ultimately, lasting peace in the DRC can only be achieved through the efforts of the Congolese people themselves, with vital support from the international community.